kind of names. Yo, my nicknames got nicknames. Nitro, nice flow. The sixth man off the bench. The foot soldier in the trench. The Black Santa, all that. First of all, let me tell you the name is Luke Kane. Call me Black College cause I make you feel the pain. This an underground hit for my homies to ride to. Skip to the loo when you're riding through my zoo. Bears and gorillas, even orangutans. The lions and the monkeys all speaking my slang. We all paper chasers with a different disguise on. I spy on green guys, that's why I got my zone. Jackson and Franklin, frankly I don't like what I gotta do to keep Jack from fainting. Nah, I ain't complaining, just venting a little. Turn my headphones up, son, and mic a little. I got the same attitude as Malcolm Little. X marks the spot, now bring it back to the middle of the map. Guess who's back with more beats?
Greetings and welcome. I want to play a game.
Whatever comes out of these gates, we've got a better chance of survival if we work together. We stay together, we survive.
There you go, guys. That is our forthcoming tournament. I just did a couple of videos there of our metaverse in action, and also you've got that forthcoming tournament that's happening. And for me, next week, this time next week, I'll be jetting off to Belfast, my home city, to attend the DeFi conference 2022 for Ireland. So I'll be reporting back from that next week. It's happening actually on Thursday, so I'll have all the news from that probably on Friday upon my return. Okay, let's get into this. What are we doing here today? Well, we're going to do do the pre-sale. We'll go through the pre-sale of our token. That is the currency that we're going to be using in our digital universe. Our digital universe will be GmetaVerse, basically. As you've seen some footage of how that's looking, and it's shaping up amazingly. We've got offices, we've got apartments, we've got shops, we've got restaurants, we've got all sorts of things happening, even a monorail as well. So there's an awful lot's happened since that first video was actually ever made. But we are launching this digital universe. We're also building bridges between our universe and others, so we've already got a presence in many other digital universes. We don't see those as competition, we actually see that as an enhancement, because we are the architects of the metaverse. We're actually building those bridges between those so people can go seamlessly between one and the other, which is really what the metaverse is supposed to be all about at the end of the day. So tell you what we'll do, we'll get into, I'm going to do some news in this call. I always pick some pretty cool news just to give you an idea of who's getting involved, the size of what we're undertaking here, and who else is involved in the metaverse and Web3. But first of all, we'll do our token launch. The token, at the end of the day, money makes the world go round, and we are launching a token. Now, the token will be the only currency you're going to be able to use in our metaverse. Now, if you want to get involved today, you need to get back to the person who invited you to watch this call. Get their link and sign up. Now, in signing up, you need to give us 4 bits of information. Your name, strangely enough, your email address, and you also need to provide us with a username. Okay, you give us a username that you want to use. If that's not taken, you'll be able to get that straight away. And also, finally, you need to give us a BNB Smart Chain wallet address. Now, that address needs to be either from Trust Wallet or MetaMask. Nothing else. Don't go giving us an exchange wallet. I've seen somebody even as recently as yesterday has done that. And they obviously did it months and months and months ago and weren't aware of anything that's gone on in between then and now, because they would have known how to sort that out, because it is fixable. But don't give us anything else but a Trust Wallet or a MetaMask. Trust Wallet, very easy to use if you're a first timer, and also it works on phones. MetaMask works on phone or PC. So if you plan to use a PC, you'll have to use a MetaMask. Simple as that. Those are the two options. Don't look at any other option. So give us that BNB Smart Chain address. That's because our token is based on the Binance Smart Chain. That's where it sits. We chose that because Binance Smart Chain is cheaper on gas fees and it's quicker as well. So our token, we're selling $5 million worth in pre-launch. We're doing that in rounds of $1 million at a time. As you can see, we're into round two, $185,500 into round two. I've already sold the first million. So we're selling 5 million. Once we do that, the token will go live on PancakeSwap and everybody will be able to buy the token publicly without having to join the pre-sale. But in the pre-sale, this is the time when you can accumulate millions and millions of these for nothing, and also some prizes as well, as you're about to find out. Now, once you've signed up, you'll land here. Now you can make a purchase. I'd strongly urge you to make a purchase pretty quickly. The more you buy, as you can see, the more tokens you get. But if you keep an eye on the price at the bottom, over certain thresholds, the price goes up or down depending. So if you buy more, you get them for less. It's as simple as that. But say, for example, you pick, say, $200. If you're comfortable with $200, don't use money you need to pay your bills or feed your family, please. But say you want to buy $200 worth, you now have a drop down where you can pay us using any one of 8 different cryptocurrencies. So say, for example, I pick Tron and I click that I fully understand. I'm going to purchase $200 worth of GMeta tokens, which will give me 8.6 million. If I click purchase now, the system will calculate how many Tron I need to send, and there it is. There's the amount 3422 plus some other numbers. Now that is the amount of Tron I need to send. Make sure the amount you send is greater than or equal to that amount after your wallet provider takes their fee. Okay, make sure, because some of them take the fee out of the amount you're sending. You tell them you're sending. Therefore, if it was to GMeta, the amount wouldn't be enough to cover that $200 transaction, and your transaction go pending. So please don't do that. Okay, it's dead simple. Make sure it's enough to cover the transaction after they take their fee. There's a wallet address and there's a QR code to scan. Now, once you complete that transaction, your tokens will appear here at the bottom left, and also in your digital wallet, the wallet you gave us when you signed up. So the pre-alpha tokens will appear there. Okay, once you've funded this link that you see here with 100% referral bonus, that becomes live. And that entitles you to earn 100% referral bonus from level 1 referrals. So if I give my link to Miguel, and Miguel buys $10,000 worth of GMeta tokens, which he actually did, I would actually get $10,000 worth as well as a 100% bonus match from his purchase. If Miguel gives his link to Sylvie, his wife, who's on our team as well, if he does that and she buys $10,000 worth of GMeta tokens, Miguel will get the 100% bonus match, but I would actually get $5,000 worth of GMeta tokens as well, because it's 50% for level 2 referrals, and she'd be a level 2 referral. So obviously, if you share this with enough people, you're going to accumulate millions and millions of these tokens before they go live. This is the time to do it. Once the pre-sale is done, once we've raised the 5 million, that opportunity is gone. You can see this at the top of the page, 200 GMeta NFTs and 5 Oculus Quest 2 giveaway every single round. How does that work? Well, let's have a look at that. Leaderboards. If I click leaderboard, we've got 4 competitions, which is the top 10 recruiters, the team builders, top 10 contributors, and top 10 investors. Now, if you end up at the end of this or any of our rounds in the top 10, you're going to get yourself one of those GMeta NFTs, which you can sell down the line for profit. Or once our staking pool, when we go live, you can stake it and earn passive income from it. How good is that? Okay, so there's a lot of incentives. As well as that, we take the top 10 at the end of the round, put the 10 names into a draw for one of those Oculus headsets. So that's 1 for each of these competitions. That's 4. And then we do a 5th draw where we take all 40 of these names in the top 10s and put them into one final draw for a 5th headset. Okay, so there's an awful lot of incentives to share this opportunity with as many people as possible. You're going to earn yourself millions of GMeta tokens and potentially earn some prizes as well. Finally, we have an incentive for the first 300 people who put $10,000 or more into GMeta tokens. And we have some people who have put considerably more than that in, as you can see right there. Now, if you're one of those first 300 people, you automatically become a VIP Platinum member. What does that entitle you to? Well, I'm actually going to tell you. I'm going to show you. Watch this video, please.
Say make money, money, make money, money, money. Make money, money, make money, money, money. Money makes the world go round. I'm the talk around town. Remy gave me the sound. Fat pockets. I need that Skrilla on the Rilla. Fat pockets. I need that Skrilla on the Rilla. Money makes the world go round. I'm the talk around town. Remy gave me the sound. Fat pockets. I need that Skrilla on the Rilla. Fat pockets. I need that Skrilla on the Rilla. Survival of the fittest, you can sink or swim. I've been broke, I ain't never going back again. I need some C notes, some cheddar, and a stack of ends. I need a bowl of dough, I don't need no Facebook friends. Money makes the world go round. I'm the talk around town. Remy gave me the sound. I need that Skrilla on the Rilla. I need that Skrilla on the Rilla. Money makes the world go round. I'm the talk around town. Remy gave me the sound. I need that Skrilla on the Rilla. I need that Skrilla on the Rilla. You got a $5 bill, put your hands up. You got a $10 bill, put your hands up. You got a $20 bill, put your hands up. You got a $50 bill, put your hands up. Holla, holla. Money makes the world go round. I'm the talk around town. Remy gave me the sound. I need that Skrilla.
There you go. That's our VIP incentive, guys. So yes, you get all sorts of perks. You get early entry to special sales of properties or NFTs. You also get VIP access to all our events and also the chance to win one of those incredible cars. We're giving away 3 once we complete this pre-sale. So if you want to be a chance to win that, and you have got that kind of money available, then there's every incentive to do that. Now, you mightn't have 10,000, but if you might know somebody who does, and obviously if you find that person, you're going to get yourself $10,000 as a referral income if they use your link. So this is a chance to go after those chicken lists, the people you're terrified to approach normally. Go after them. You have nothing to lose. The worst they can say is no. It's as simple as that. But if you don't ask the question, you'll never know. Okay, let's talk about the news. As I said already, you'll be hearing from me next week. I'm going to be taking lots of notes and getting lots of business cards and going to this conference, which is on the 6th, Thursday the 6th in Belfast. It's an all-day conference. There's some amazing speakers going to be there. I don't know how they're going to fit them all in on one day, but that's what they're planning to do. So it's going to be very interesting. I think they're going to do it in groups, like an interview situation. So it should be pretty darn cool. Okay, let's have a look at some news anyway. We've got some interesting stuff. Let me just pick the best. Let me see. Yeah, okay. Some big names. I always share these because it's good to know what we're involved in here. It's good to know what the massive potential is here, and these people who are getting involved. Now, Miguel ran a video a while ago about Walmart and a shopping experience that they had basically put together, a metaverse shopping experience. Well, now they're going after a younger market. They're entering the metaverse with Roblox experiences aimed at younger shoppers. Walmart Land and Walmart's universe of play. The retailers experiment with other ways to reach shoppers, including shoppable recipes, live streaming events, and augmented reality feature for furniture. Walmart's marketing chief, William White, said the company will use Roblox as a testing ground as it considers other moves in the metaverse and beyond. Walmart's they're starting on Monday. The retail giant's first foray into the virtual world will feature a blimp that drops toys, a musical festival with hot artists, a bunch of different games, and a store of virtual merchandise, or Virch, which matches what customers may find in Walmart's own stores and on its site. The experiment, let me just see. Roblox will serve as a testing ground for Walmart as it considers it moves into other metaverses. He said the experiences are designed with the next generation of shoppers in mind, particularly Generation Z, defined as around 25 or younger. White said the company is looking to learn from the partnership and presume earn as well. They're not a registered charity last time I looked. Okay. Walmart's Land October virtual concert, Electric Fest, will feature Madison Beer, Kane Brown, and Youngblood. So they're also putting on gigs as well. So if you look at as well, they're planning for Christmas as well. They've got have an obstacles course. They're building an obstacle course of oversized items from beauty brands such as skincare products, makeup, virtual dressing room with apparel from its exclusive lines as well. So they're going in big, guys, going in big. It's good to see. It's all good. You know, it all helps what we're doing here when you get big, monstrous brands like that. Now, this is another. I've mentioned South Korea, and the South Korea featured twice in the news today. They're actually building a twin of a city called Changwon, South Korea's industrial city. They're basing it on the southern peninsula coast, and are going to have an industrial complex within the metaverse. They're going to build a copy of this city. Changwon is a growing list of South Korean cities pursuing metaverse projects. The city is going to build a replica, plans to spend 13 billion won, which is $9 million to build the industrial complex. $9 million is no small undertaking. South Korea has announced plans. Just literally repeated what I just said there. The project is part of the city's strategy to promote business and products in the digital world. The city will leverage digital twin technology, which enables organizations to recreate perfect inch-by-inch virtual models of physical objects. So that's one instance. Now, this headline, you might wonder what the heck this got to do with South Korea, but Israeli embassy has opened up in the metaverse. But it's the Israeli embassy in Korea has opened in the metaverse, becoming the first diplomatic mission in the country to gain a virtual presence in the virtual world. The Israeli Korea metaverse is a truly unique platform for sharing a virtual reality immersive experience, the history of Israel-Korea relations, and also for carrying out all kinds of interesting interactions between the two nations. Even though they're 8,000 kilometers apart, yet in the metaverse, they're right next to each other. There's no other embassy metaverse This has happened already, because we've had this in Dubai, at least just Dubai. There's other countries that have done this already. There's no other embassy metaverse with this level of functionality existing anywhere in the world at this time. The embassy developed it with a Korean company called Vriller. I'm quite sure this is the way forward. It won't be the only tool of public diplomacy. And of course, we will always want to bring real people to Korea and to hold in-person conferences and in-person customer performances. So obviously, they seriously mean business there. I mean, I mentioned South Korea just a couple of weeks ago, and now we've got more and more instances of them jumping on board as well, along with people like Singapore, along with Miami, New York, Dubai, and we heard last week Europe as well. Now, let me just think, just one more little thing I want to bring on board. Hang on a second. I'm just trying to find this article. I have quite a few. Oh, Pokemon Go. Yeah, another massive brand. And it's more to do with virtual reality, this particular article, but it's all part of Web3. You know, once you get your head around Web3 and what it is, you realize the metaverse is only a part of that. Virtual reality is also part of it. But Niantic, the developer behind Pokemon Go and the forthcoming Marvel World of Heroes, has launched a tool for developers to help them add augmented reality features to in-browser experiences. It's a move it hopes will help kickstart what it calls the real-world metaverse. Now, guys, if anybody's played Pokemon Go or games like that, you'll know that you're essentially walking around in the real world, but they've got, obviously, the Pokemon characters are placed all over the place. It's almost like you're using the world as a metaverse. And that's exactly what this is all about, because they've got the technology, obviously. Lightship VPS for web is a tool that uses Niantic's visual positioning system to understand where a user is in the world. It gives them access to locational relevant information. They can add VPS activated locations to Niantic's constantly expanding AR map, or use that map of over 100,000 locations in their experiences. The currently available locations have been put together over the last few years, include parks, paths, local businesses, and more, not just obvious landmarks. The end result for consumers is that the use of this technology should expand the amount of interactive AR games, utilities, and applications we see online. So they're giving it to developers. So they've created this tool to give to developers, and then they're going to let these guys loose to create all sorts of, not just games, but obviously experiences. So it's actually going to be creating a world based on the real world. So you'll be able to walk around it as you would normally. Obviously, just be careful, you know, walk across the road and get hit by a bus. Okay, guys, that is all for today. So, guys, if you saw enough that you want to learn a bit more, please join our main call. Our main call does go out on all these social media, but if you want to get interactive on it, join our Discord group. That's where you really need to be to get more interaction on the actual call. So please join us tonight. I think we'll be looking at our own digital world tonight, our metaverse. So join us later, and we will see you then. Thanks very much for listening today. I hope you find it interesting. We'll see you later on today. Bye now. Thanks.